We are so bad. First, let's mark spawn. All right, standard day one activities. First thing, get ward. Graftin, Davor, sticks, food, graft, extract, allot, upgrade, chop, swim, form, gather, keep mining, build, but pretty, light, establish a position. Mining is all you know, and breathe. I continued to burrow until my day counter switched throughout the night. Then I ventured back into the canyon I call home, gathering the nearby ores. I wanted to explore this cave. But after burning alive for a bit and getting absolutely demolished by this skeleton, I very bravely ran away. I quickly collected some dirt, filled in the void, and hermited away back into my hobbit hole. One of the biggest problems in the early game is food. So implementing a small farm in my build will help maintain food, and better yet, my ever-decreasing health bar. Now to plant some berry bushes, because as of this moment, they are my only food source. Now as I continue to grow as a player in this world, I want to build different structures inside this strip. Having said that, I want to get an idea on where I may want to put some of these structures. Well, there goes my chance at getting some gunpowder. And I'm thinking the mine shaft should be placed here. As time shifts from day to night, I'll continue the work on the primary living quarters. while this cobblestone smelts, I'm going to go out, venturing to find some animals that hopefully I can domesticate. Right off the bat. Bingo. Please don't fall into the ravine. What did I just say? It needs some grass, but I bet that's much better. Before I hunt for some cows, I want to decorate my home. Now the hunt for some cattle. Well, this took all of 30 seconds. Much better. Now look at me. Planting trees, chopping wood, all entirely within the confines of my home. Perfectly safe from the ever-approaching darkness. But how? It all began after I got my cattle, after mining out a small room and planting some sugar canes, and of course, mining some more because it was still nighttime. I ventured out of the ravine to get wood as I normally do. As I returned, this happened. Frail and injured, I had barely escaped with my life. Post-near-death experience. I began to ponder. You know, I wouldn't need to risk my life for some wood if the wood happened to be where safety is. I continued to work on my own, increasing my crop yield by growing my cane farm and modifying my base. My original thought transformed, twisting and turning into a tangible concept, one I would begin to act on. It started with some mining, as all projects do when living in a man-made hole in the wall of a ravine. Soon I had a very rough staircase that I finished with actual stairs. And then the true mining began. I mined through the day and night. Slowly turning a small hole into an expansive room, but I knew I was only half done. To keep my interest, I ventured into my mine and dug in the new scenery. Reinvigorated and revived, I returned and finished the room in one big push. This brings us back to where this story started, with me planting trees and chopping wood, all entirely within the confines of my perfectly safe home, protected from the ever-approaching darkness. Only once did I actually stop, and that was only to get more wood, to collect some sticks, to craft more pickaxes. Otherwise, it was a very straightforward. One day I'll go back down there to increase the size and decorate the new tree farm. But now it's feeding time. As you can see, I've been busy off camera. On the topic of decorating, I think the Hobbit Hole, especially all the side additions, definitely need it. I've successfully bred the cows, enough to make them a viable food source. So my final act is to replace these berries with sugar cane. And with that done, I'll call the renovations good. The cows have been more useful than just a food source. Their leather I've made useful to make some bookcases for an enchantment room in the back. Hello. I don't think you're supposed to be inside my home. Now, you let me trap you. Nice and easy. Good. Very good. Now let me get my egg. Oh, you hit very hard, but you're not going anywhere. Hello. Speaking of enchanting, though, right now my inventory is full of pickaxes, and I don't plan on returning to the surface until either I have enough diamonds for 2 pickaxes and an enchant table, or until they're all broken. So, let's begin. Finally, deep slate. Hello, diamonds. At least 2, hopefully more. This is why I brought an iron pick. This is nice.
That's nice.
How many of your friends have I killed?
I'm a 20-year man, and I know the difference between punks who need a little lesson in manners and the freaks like you who would just enjoy it. And you killed 6 of my friends.
Well, I would say it was worth it. I wonder how rare that is. Anyways, back to mining. Well, looks like I used up all my luck for that 6 vein. It's better than nothing. I'll use it for an enchant table and the pickaxe. Fortunately, I know the perfect spot for some obsidian. So, all I need is to finish collecting the leather for the bookcases, and I'll be done. I hope my trees have grown, and no, I don't mean the ones in my basement. Before I went mining, I replenished some of the trees that I chopped down. something else to confess as I go up the staircase is that I explored the cave, where I have found an endless barrage of harassment from her variety of different mops, and it gave the necessary coal and iron to me, the iron pickaxe I used to collect the dime just a minute ago. Personally, I would enjoy watching the sunset when ending an episode, but given the current weather, that is not going to happen. But in the end, today was a successful journey in this new era of gameplay. With that, everybody, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's quest, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.